In 1230, the Teutonic Knights, a crusading order backed by the Pope and Holy Roman Emperor, established themselves in Kulmer land at the request of Conrad I of Masovia and waged the Prussian crusade against the pagan Prussian clans. With Prussia subdued, the Knights turned their attention to the pagan Grand Duchy of Lithuania, raiding its lands for over a century, especially Samogitia. This strategically vital land separated the Order's Prussian territories from their branch in Livonia. In the turmoil of the Lithuanian Civil War, Grand Duke Jagiełło ceded Samogitia to the Order under the Treaty of Dubica. In 1385, he proposed marriage to Queen Jadwiga of Poland, agreeing to convert to Christianity and unite Poland and Lithuania under a single crown, the Union of Krawa, and was crowned King Władysław II Jagiełło of Poland in 1386. Meanwhile, by the turn of the 15th century, Lithuania had grown into the largest state in Europe, stretching from the Baltic to the Black Sea. In May 1409, Samogitia erupted in revolt against Teutonic rule. Lithuania backed the uprising, prompting the Teutonic Knights to threaten invasion. Poland declared its support for Lithuania, and on the 6th of August 1409, Grand Master Ulrich von Jungingen formally declared war on both kingdoms. The Teutonic Knights struck first, invading Greater Poland and Kujawia. They burned Dobrzyn Castle, captured Bobrowniki, and sacked nearby towns. And in October 1409, King Wenceslaus IV of Bohemia brokered a truce set to expire on 24 June 1410. Both sides used the truce to prepare. The Teutonics secured Hungarian support from King Sigismund, while Vytautas negotiated a separate truce with the Livonian Order. By December 1409, King Władysław II Jagiełło and Grand Duke Vytautas agreed to unite their forces for a massive offensive toward Marienburg, the Teutonic capital. To mask their intent, they launched diversionary raids along the border. On 24 June 1410, Polish and Lithuanian troops gathered at Czerwinsk, crossing the Vistula on a great pontoon bridge. Reinforced by Masovian troops, the combined host advanced north, crossing into Prussia on the 9th of July. Realizing their objective, Ulrich abandoned his central position and moved to block the invaders at the Drwędz River. Jagiełło, however, refused to attack such a strong defensive line and turned east. The armies shadowed each other through Prussia until the burning of Gilgenburg provoked the enraged Grand Master to force a decisive battle near Grunwald. At dawn on the 15th of July 1410, under a blazing summer sun, the Teutonic Order, led by Grand Master Ulrich von Jungingen, commanded a force of around 11,000 to 27,000 men. The right wing under Grand Komtur Kuno von Liechtenstein was positioned behind Ludwigsdorf. These were elite formations, including knight brothers and experienced retainers. The left wing was under Grand Marshal Friedrich von Wallenrode and consisted of mercenaries, guest knights, and most of the Order's small artillery force. Infantry and gunners were deployed forward, screened by detachments of heavy cavalry. Facing them to the east were the allied armies of King Władysław II, Jagiełło of Poland, and Grand Duke Vytautas of Lithuania. On the left wing were the Polish heavy cavalry under the famed Kraków banner, supported by knights from Mazovia, Greater Poland, and Lesser Poland. On the right wing was the Lithuanian light cavalry under Vytautas, supported by Tatars commanded by Khan Jalal al-Din. In the center were the Czech mercenaries. The Allied army was arranged in 3 lines of wedge-shaped formations. The Allies had arrived later on the field and deliberately delayed their advance. After a long wait, the Teutonics attempted to use field artillery, but a light rain dampened their powder, and only 2 cannon shots were fired. Finally, the battle began. Vytautas, leading the Lithuanian light cavalry, struck fiercely at the Teutonic left. For over an hour, the clash raged, the Lithuanians darting in and out against the heavily armoured knights. Soon, however, the Lithuanians began to waver. It appeared to become a rout as the Lithuanian wing shattered and fled. The Teutonic Knights, believing victory was within their grasp, broke formation in wild pursuit, scattering to plunder the abandoned Lithuanian baggage. Many modern historians, however, consider this retreat to have been feigned. While the Teutonic left chased the Lithuanians, the fight on the Polish front intensified. The Knights pressed hard against the Polish right, with several of Wallenrode's banners abandoning the chase to join the attack. The royal banner of Krakow, the pride of the Polish host, had been captured for a moment but was recaptured in a desperate counterattack. Jagiełło, calm and deliberate, committed his second line of reserves to stem the assault. Grandmaster Ulrich von Jungingen now moved with his last reserves, nearly a third of his entire army against the Polish right in a determined bid to break through. The fighting swirled dangerously close to the Polish command, and in the chaos, a Teutonic knight who charged directly at the king was struck down by Jagiełło's secretary, Zbigniew Olesznicki. At the height of the brutal fighting, the Lithuanians reappeared on the battlefield, thundering into the Teutonic rear. Now the order found itself caught between fresh cavalry to its rear and the mass of Polish heavy horse to its front. Surrounded, battered, and with no room to maneuver, the knights began to falter. Grandmaster von Jungingen attempted to rally his men and cut through the Lithuanian lines, but he was unhorsed and killed in the crush. His death marked the end. The Teutonic line collapsed. Many knights fled toward the camp near Grunwald, only to be slaughtered. By sunset, after nearly 10 hours of unbroken combat, the Teutonic Order had been decisively defeated. Much of its leadership lay dead. Casualties were catastrophic. 8,000 to 16,000 men killed, including 200 to 300 knights. Another 14,000 were captured. The Allies suffered 5,000 to 13,000 casualties. Only a small fraction of the Teutonic army returned to Marienburg.